Now Glenn, Mother's Day is coming up really soon, and I know my mum loves breakfast in bed, but this year I thought instead of giving a toast cut in the shape of a love heart or cereal, I'd show you how to make my best ever pancakes.
Sounds good. So what's your secret to great pancakes?
Well, this is my really simple recipe because it's just 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1. It's all about ones. So first of all, I've got 1 cup of flour. Do you want to put that in the bowl for me?
Sure.
It's self-raising flour that we're using today, and that'll give really light, fluffy pancakes, or hotcakes, more like a hot cake really. The next dry ingredient is just 1 tablespoon of sugar.
And that's measured out?
That one's measured out already. So now the first wet ingredient we're going to add is 1 egg. And I always like to crack my egg into a little bowl. And there isn't any shells in there. That's a great egg. So we'll pop that in the middle. And we're going to add 1 cup of milk. Now this is beautiful ice cold milk, but also milk's packed full of goodies, which is good for mum.
It sure is. We know that milk's packed full of bone-building calcium, which is great for growing kids' bones, but it's also important for mum. And the thing is, mum often forgets to have enough calcium herself.
So how much should mum have?
Just like kids, mums need 3 serves of dairy every single day. So that's a glass of milk, a tub of yogurt, or a couple of slices of cheeses. So when you're having your dairy, make sure mum has some too.
This batter, I'm just going to give it a whisk, and that'll help to break up all the lumps. And you can see it's getting nice and smooth there. So one of the key things to making pancakes or great hot cakes is to let that batter rest for a minute.
Sure, and how long does that need to sit?
Oh, it only needs about 5 minutes.
Cool.
Just enough time.
Sounds good.
Cool. Now we're back and the batter is looking really good. And that's doesn't really do anything, it doesn't change or anything, but it's just had a little bit of time to relax, and that makes sure we will get a really nice tender pancake. So to cook them, what we're going to do, I'm just going to put this pan on medium heat. We use medium heat because if you have the heat too high, you'll burn one side of the pancake and you won't cook the middle. So I'm just going to use a bit of butter, just 1 tablespoon. Oh, look at that sizzle. That's what we want.
Yum.
I love watching butter melt.
Smells good.
It smells delicious and it like bubbles and it sings to you. It's cool. So you could use a reduced fat dairy blend if you wanted, but I think butter gives the best flavour for this type of thing. So now that it's all nice and bubbly and yum, we're just going to whisk the rest into the pancake batter.
And why do you do that? Does that help with flavour? Or?
Well, you don't need too much butter in the pan, and so stirring the excess in will make sure you get a really nice soft pancake. And look how silky and nice the batter's gone now that I've stirred that butter in.
Yeah, you're
and
right.
That just gives it heaps of flavour. Yum. So just pop that on the heat. You can see there's just a fine film of butter left in there and you don't need any more. Just scoop up a bit of that butter and wipe the excess on the side of the bowl. And we'll slowly put that in the middle of the pan. And if you don't think that's big enough for you, don't sort of go and pour the batter around the side of it. Pour it straight into the middle and then it'll keep the pancake nice and even. So that's just going to take a couple of minutes, but be patient and wait for it to cook.
How do you know when to flip it? I always get this wrong.
You can't flip it now, you've got to wait until there's lots and lots of big bubbles coming to the top, and the big bubbles should be breaking before you turn it. And you can also see that it's going to start to set around the sides. Okay. And flip it over. That one looks nice, doesn't it? Yeah, so that'll only take about 30 more seconds on that side because we spent about 1.5 minutes on the other side cooking it properly. Now I think we need to make a topping for our pancakes, Glenys.
So what are we going to have on today? Well,
I think we should make a nice personalised yogurt for mum.
Sounds good.
So I have a bit of yogurt here. This one is a Greek style yogurt. Yep. Sit in the tub. And then we're going to flavour it. Now I've got a few different ideas to flavour it. We could flavour it with some fruit or we could flavour it with some spices. I'm thinking we'll make a purple blueberry yogurt.
Fantastic.
Cool. So we'll put a few of those blueberries in. Yum. I reckon a few more.
That'll give it a good colour too.
Oh yeah. I don't know, do you think we should put something else in? Maybe like the passion fruit?
Yeah, that'd be nice.
All right, passion fruit and blueberry, I think.
And of course this yogurt also contributes to Mum's 3 serves of dairy, so
So you're getting a little bit of milk and a little bit of yogurt,
Yeah.
which is good.
it's yummy and nutritious.
Yum. Okay. Now I've already got a few pancakes over here. Pop that one on top, the crowning pancake.
Fantastic.
And they look pretty delicious. Now, to garnish them off, we'll get a bit of the yogurt, pop a dollop on top, in the middle. It's a bit hot, so it might run a bit. And then make it look a bit professional. We'll sprinkle a few more berries. Oh, and of course, what we've got to have with pancake is syrup. Mine is, I like maple syrup.
I like golden syrup, but it's your choice today.
Is it? Oh, thanks, it's my mum. So yeah, I'll have maple syrup. Thank you.
Good.
So just give it a bit of drizzle. You can always drizzle like in a zigzag, and that looks really cool on the plate. I love that. Yum.
Awesome.
Now to make them look like a real chef, really professional, I like to give them a bit of a dusting of icing sugar. If you have this in the cupboard,
And if you don't have one of these, could you just use a sieve or something?
yeah, you can just use a sieve and put a bit of the icing sugar in that. Now that looks like you've bought them from the cafe down the road, I think.
Absolutely.
I think Mum's going to be pretty wrapped with that. What do you think?
Absolutely. If Dad doesn't eat them first.
Yeah.